Hi, welcome to the overview of InBizWorks. This is a quick demo of how it works and who it's for. Basically, InBizWorks was designed to help people start and grow businesses, and so we make it fun and easy. We also support the organizations that help entrepreneurs, economic development organizations, accelerators, incubators, and all the other organizations that want to help people start and grow small businesses. So here we are at the home page, so one of the things that we do is we really make use of a lot of
Okay,
videos.
let's do this.
Hey, good morning. I've got a question for you. Are you ready to start and grow a business? So the idea here is that this is not your dad's economic development organization. We really want to meet people where they're at, and we also want this to be fun and exciting and innovative because actually starting and growing a business is a great adventure. It can be a super drag if you don't have the right tools and resources, but that's the kind of stuff that we provide in InBizWorks. Let me take you inside. So you'd sign in and you come to the daily dashboard. Daily dashboard is kind of like home base. See, we think of InBizWorks as not an end place, but kind of like the hub of all kinds of activity that your business is the center of. And as a person is working their way through the startup roadmap over here, they're learning about entrepreneurship, but they're also building a business. They're building a relationship with customers, with their suppliers, with their vendors, with all their stakeholders. And this is a one-stop shop place where all those things can be. So say, for example, I started a demo business here called World Yoga Travel. Woohoo! And the idea is that here's a link to and these are all links right here. There's a link to my website. There's a link to my bank. I just click on this and it takes me right to my bank. Isn't that great? So the daily dashboard, once again, is a place where we all can keep everything and get a hold of it. In this case, we're making use of the Tory project use of InBizWorks. They've graciously allowed us to use this as a demo. So they have an opportunity to go and have a place for curriculum. We've also got a welcome because this introduces Rosie, one of the main characters who helps explain how things work here at InBizWorks.
Hi there, my name is Rosie and I'm the shop director here, and I want to welcome you to InBizWorks. This is a place where we help people build businesses. It's fun, it's safe, and it works because that's the way I run it. Our motto is business works for all of us. And what I mean by that is that here, every single person matters. We help you build.
So it's really important, we think, to promote people of color, people who are different, people who aren't white guys in ties telling you how it's supposed to be. So Rosie's one of our people who explains business in human terms. And the whole heart of InBizWorks is a startup roadmap. This is a 10-section journey from things like why do you want to start a business in the first place, to who are going to be your customers, how are you going to make money, who are your competitors. It's a 60-step journey that really takes a person through thinking through all the things that go into making a complete business, as well as the nuts and bolts things, like, say, for example, company formation, setting up an LLC. We have basically access to all of the Secretary of States in all 50 states. We walk people through setting up an LLC, getting their EIN number, licenses and permits, stuff like that, as well as, things like setting up their business tools and social media accounts, etc. But let's drill down into one of these pages here and let me show you some of the things we got going here. So this part is at the very beginning of your journey. What is your why? Why do you want to start a business in the first place? Well, why would somebody want to? These are the good things to go and help a person think through. And, on every page we provide tools and resources and tool tips and curated resources from around the web because we really want people to be thinking about the fact they're working in their business here, but your business is part of a bigger ecosystem of resources and customers and information and stakeholders. As a person works their way through, once again, we use lots of video. In this case, we're asking a person why they want to start a business in the first place. So we bring in people who've already done this.
I'm starting a new business because I want to live independently. I want to have a schedule that is my own.
By providing examples, we're really sort of letting people know that they're not alone, that we're meeting them where they are and we're supporting them, and we provide tool tips, video tutorials, And one of the things that we feel so strongly about video that we've actually licensed the technology to be able to go and record front end. So as a person is going through, and in this case we're saying, what is your why? Well, here we could actually have a person say, oh, okay, the reason why I want to start a business is because I want to show my daughter the ins and outs of entrepreneurship. And maybe she'll take that and go and run with it. So then that becomes another type of content. I want to start a business is because I want to show my daughter the. So this becomes another type of content that can be shared then, first of all, that a person can use for their own self-reflection, but also these videos can be saved and shared with other people. And let me show you when we get into the community section how valuable that is. We also offer assignments and quizzes, and as a person works their way through, they actually generate points. We have gamification built in throughout this. I happen to have been already through that, so I didn't get a point for there, but say, for example, when I'm doing my Who Are My Customers section, so I'm going to put some content in here about my customers, and then when I've completed this, and I say mark complete, watch this. I just got 10 points. All right. And now I'm at the financial section, which is one of the key elements to help people start thinking like a real entrepreneur, where we get people thinking about things like cash flow and projections, and we never, ever even mention an accounting term. We talk about the things that everybody thinks about, which is cash. How much cash do you have to get started? And how much are you going to charge? And what is your pricing going to look like? And when people enter these things, then we do all the heavy lifting for them by taking those numbers and rolling them up so that we see what it looks like from a weekly perspective, from an annual perspective. We help people think outside the short term to the long term. And same with expenses. We have them think about fixed expenses and startup costs so that by the time they get to this section, they're seeing the results of that work. We're helping them think about annual business income and annualized cost of goods sold and even estimating taxes and things like that so they can really see what their bottom line looks like. This is all an attempt to help people start thinking about as an entrepreneur. We also build in a lot of assessment tools, like say, for example, getting people to think about, okay, how strong is your business? As a person is going through and making decisions about, what their business is like, we're going to go and help them think this through. And, maybe what they need to do is come up with another idea, or maybe they've got a winner. The thing of it is that helping people think these things through themselves is part of the journey that they're on. So as a person goes through all of these different sections and we're leading them to think about and do things that really help create a business, by the time they get to the end, we generate documents where we've extracted content from different parts of the program and put it together as summary documents for them so that they actually have the beginnings of a business plan. And the same with financials. The other thing that we do is that, a business model canvas is a great tool for mentors and for people who understand how to read them, but they're really hard to teach entrepreneurs how to make them. Well, we do it for them. By the time you get to your business model canvas here, all you got to do is click and save and then download that PDF, and our little elves are working in the background and they assemble it for them. So there it is, a business plan canvas all set up, formatted with their content. Isn't that cool? So everything we've been doing so far has been about the individual journey of an entrepreneur who's starting and growing their own business. And of course, we offer lots of support resources and other tools, like say, for example, having a person be able to rate their own entrepreneurial superpowers, or getting access to all the other resources that we have. And, how does InBizWorks? We even have, built-in support messaging everywhere that they go so that people can leave us information and have questions and, if they happen to find a bug or whatever. So this is all, once again, the individual's journey, but over here on this column is the community section. And let me take you right to the directory. See, everything we see that incubation is really important for helping a business start and grow and flourish. And so the community section of InBizWorks is a place where people can connect to each other. We provide ways for people to chat, for people to go and message each other, to send each other emails. People can join groups. They can search through people's capabilities. They can connect with each other. They can work with each other. They can join different groups. In this case, we're looking at Growth Wheel because Growth Wheel is one of a number of tools that we integrate with because our customers do. And so it's a place where, say, for example, there can be support documents that are specific to a vertical. It's where people could, say, for example, upload things. and get feedback. It's a really, really wonderful way to create connectivity and lots of engagement. This community section really allows an organization to, provide cohesion, provide engagement, and provide a supportive community where individuals are starting and growing businesses. It's even a shared calendar here where, say, for example, office hours can be offered, and that Zoom link, and we even provide the capability to take this event, which is inside InBizWorks, and share it with an individual's calendar. So it's one of a number of ways that we're really providing this overall structure to help organizations craft a useful experience for their entrepreneurs. So in the background, while people are working, we're busy collecting data about what they've done, and so we're able to represent that in terms of what's the overall progress, and when did they last join, and when did they last do things, and we can drill down into their startup roadmap and be able to go and see, okay, when did they last log in, and what did they accomplish. This is a really important type of program data that helps program directors understand how people are using the program, so that, say, for example, when we're looking at what Linda's accomplished or what Caitlin's accomplished, we have actual metrics to be able to go and see what they've done. And so as we're collecting all this data, including demographic data and goals and cash flow and stuff like that, we're rolling that up and setting it up to Salesforce. InBizWorks is very integrated into Salesforce so that we can make use of Salesforce's wonderful reporting tools. So what we're looking at right now is member demographics data, and this is just one of a number of different types of reports that can be generated by the data that's collected in the background from InBizWorks. So this has been like a really fast overview of InBizWorks and how it works for individuals as well as organizations. If you have any questions, please reach out and talk to me. Thank you so much for your time and attention.